Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope you're doing well. It's time for the 2022 edition of cheap summer fragrances that smell expensive. Could just go straight up 10 clone fragrances, but for the most part here, we're staying away from clones. And toward the end of the video, I'm going to feature some fragrances that I have not featured for a long time on this channel. Everything I'm going to feature in today's video, you can pick up for under $40, assuming you're shopping at discounters. I used Fragrance Net and Fragrance Buy to price these ones. And also, each one of those fragrances you have to be able to get for under $40 for at least a 50 ml size bottle. So no 30 ml, no single ounce bottles here. Get that crap out of here. So let's jump into it, friends, and check out 10 cheap summer frags that smell like they should not be cheap. Let's kick it off with one that's gonna run you right at about $35. It's Choo Man Ice. Now, Jimmy Choo did just come out with a new fragrance, Choo Man Aqua, which would probably be fantastic during the summer as well, but that one's not at discounters yet, and also I don't have that one yet, so I don't even know if it's any good. But I do have this one, and I do know that this one is good. So like I said, you can get this for about $35. That's for a 100 ml size bottle. You can actually get a 50 ml size bottle for about $25. So this one's really cheap. You're gonna find a ton of citrus in here: bergamot, mandarin orange, and citron, along with a bit of musk and ambroxan as the fragrance dries down. It has a similarity to Dior Homme cologne. So when you first spray this on, it smells similar to that one, but this one obviously much more affordable. So you get something that smells close to a Dior, but it's not gonna cost you anywhere near that much. And Dior Homme cologne has crap performance. We all know that. It's not all that good. Choo Man Ice performance also not great, but because this is so cheap, you can spray it on like 50 times. Who cares? Has a really nice kind of iced lemonade feeling when you first spray this on. Very fresh and brisk. Great. Did I say that enough? Great for a very hot summer day. After that, let's talk about Chrome Extreme from Azzaro. And there are a lot of different chrome fragrances that you could put into this list because most of them are very inexpensive at discounters. This one is gonna run you for a 50 ml size bottle, the one I have in my hand here, about $32. Now, of course, this should go without saying, but I'll say it anyway. If you're watching this in the future, let's say it's 2025, I don't know, and you're watching this video, okay? The prices are probably different because way back when I first started my channel, I did a video of, I think, 10 fragrances you can get for under $20. Most of those you're not going to be able to get for anywhere near that amount now. But as of now, 32. This one has green mandarin, juniper, amber, and cashmere as some of the notes in the fragrance. It has a similarity to Acqua di Gio's Profondo, which is an absolute favorite of mine. I love that scent. Good amount of sweetness in here as well, kind of counterbalancing or working together with the freshness of the fragrance, which makes this one particularly good for pulling compliments. And I'd say that right now, Azzaro Chrome Extreme probably is the most hyped, most talked about fragrance in the Chrome line. And the fact that you can pick it up for under $35 makes it a steal. Really though, Azzaro is one of those houses that just in general has good fragrances for the price at discounters. The next one you can find for right at about $20. Yeah, $20. So if you look hard for this one, you can find it for not much at all. And I'll have each one of these linked in the description below as well. And I guess I'll go ahead and throw out that JOMASHOP code, jomashop.com. Code is GENTS8. It'll save you $8 off any order over $110. JOMASHOP is adding fragrances all the time, and sometimes they actually have the best price, believe it or not. So Radiant Bergamot is the fragrance from Ferrari, and yeah, you can find this for about 20 bucks. Lemon, bergamot, ginger, rosemary, and oak moss, some of the notes in the fragrance, and this one smells a bit similar to Acqua di Parma's Colonia. Classic Italian style cologne. It's very fresh, but at the same time aromatic. It's a little bit gentlemanly, sophisticated, grown up. Not that younger guys can't pull this off, because they can, but this one does have a little touch of class to it instead of just trying to go sweet on sweet. Ferrari, another house that has provided some amazing quality fragrances at very low prices. And unfortunately, it looks like Ferrari, at least for the time being, is kind of stepping away from the fragrance business. Kind of a bummer. After that, Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum is going to be the choice. That one you can get for about $38. I think that's a 100 ml, if memory serves correctly. I have the old style bottle like this right here, but nowadays it looks like this This one has lime, mint, rum, and cedar as some of the notes in the fragrance. This one has a great boozy mojito kind of vibe to it when you first spray it on. So you got a little bit of sweetness in there, but then that freshness from the mint. Bit of a green touch, nice bit of citrus in there as well, and then dries down to a masculine woody base. Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum, an amazing scent for the price. And even though this is the most expensive one I'm going to talk about here today, it's definitely one of the best to me personally. After that, L'Homme Rojas. This one you can pick up for $23. Yes, crazy cheap. It's got that blue fragrance versatility, that compliment factor, that ease of use, that mass appeal. You can wear this about anywhere, anytime during the summer. Office safe, obviously, big time compliment getter. Blood orange, pineapple, juniper, and tonka. The juniper to me is pretty prominent. And this one actually, at least in my own mind, smells a bit similar to Dolce & Gabbana's K Eau de Toilette, but I think this is better. I've said that a few times. I think especially when you factor in the price point that you can pick this up for versus what K goes for, it's pretty much a no-brainer. I even like the packaging more here. I think it's a little more attractive. Then next up, we're going with the only clone in today's video. It's from Armaf, and it is Le Parfait. And this runs you $31-ish. As usual, kind of an ugly Armaf bottle because most all Armaf bottles are ugly, but this one does give you a magnetic cap. Ooh, and it's actually a magnetic cap that has some strength to it. A lot of Armaf magnetic caps are straight garbage and they don't really hold on worth a bit, but this one actually does. So Le Parfait is a bit of an interesting clone fragrance for Armaf. It's one of those blends more so than a straight up one-to-one clone. Le Parfait actually smells like you took a Ventus and Green Irish Tweed, basically the two biggest fragrances from Creed, and put them together. I guess you could say they blended them into a parfait. That's the only way I can make sense of this name. Le Parfait, like a yogurt parfait? No, a Creed fragrance parfait. No breakdown wise, you'd probably say it resembles a Ventus more. Black currant in there, pineapple, vanilla, musk, but it really is kind of a meeting of those two scents. And thankfully, it's an Armaf fragrance that doesn't come across like it's trying to be halfway fragrance, halfway chemical warfare like some of their fragrances do. This one works out really nicely, smells really good, pretty smooth as well. And for about 30 bucks, it's a good deal. Now, if you wanted a little more Aventus and you want to pay pretty much the same price point as this one, $31 or so, you could go with Perry Ellis America instead. Now, of course, Mont Blanc Explorer, everybody knows that one. Everybody knows that that's the designer Aventus. That's the one that gets talked about the most, that gets hyped the most. That's the one that more people are wearing. But America is right there with it in terms of quality. Bergamot, pineapple, birch, and rose, some of the notes in this fragrance. To me, America comes across as a fruitier, maybe sweeter take on Creed's Aventus compared to how Explorer does Creed's Aventus. Explorer, more fresh, woody, spicy, ambroxany. And America is a fragrance that a lot of people love. It commands attention. It's super easy to pull off. And a lot of that is because it has that sweetness to it. People seem to be drawn to fragrances that have a good amount of sweetness. Next up, we got one from Lagerfeld. It is Karl, New York, Mercer Street. This is my newest pickup of everything in today's video. This one surprised the heck out of me. It was way better than I was expecting. I was thinking it was gonna smell a little rough around the edges, potentially, maybe chemically, overly synthetic, just not all that nice. But in actuality, it's a really nice, fresh fragrance. It's classy. Pretty much anybody can pull this off, any age, younger guys, older guys, doesn't matter. Got a maybe slight shower gel cleanliness to it, but not in a way that comes across chemically or overly youthful. As lime, basil, rhubarb, woods, and musk as some of the notes in the fragrance. I'm a big fan of rhubarb. The basil gives it a nice little aromatic tinge. But even with that basil in there, it doesn't go too far towards smelling like a green scent, because a lot of people don't really like that. I personally do. I love green fragrances, but I know a lot of you out there don't. This is a fragrance that's going to give you that wearability, that usability of something like L'Homme or Chrome Extreme that we talked about earlier in today's video, but it's one that even less people know about. And that one you can get for about $27. A lot of Lagerfeld stuff goes for cheap at discounters. And Lagerfeld is a house that's kind of revitalized itself in my eyes. Their releases here lately have been very good, kind of cheap hidden gem fragrances, most of them. Quality far outweighing the price that you're going to pay for them. You go back before this recent spate of releases, and some, not all, but some Lagerfeld fragrances were absolute trash. I'm talking about the kind of stuff where you spray it on your arm and then your arm starts bubbling and sizzling and you get smoke coming off of it. You get a whiff of the fragrance and then, oh no, what's that? Oh, it's my eyes shriveling up and my nose hairs bursting into flames. Brain eating amoebas from the fragrance just taking care of you, just putting you out. Well, maybe not that bad, but they did suck. Now I want to wrap this up with a couple fragrances that I haven't talked about for a while that you can pick up for very cheap that I think are quite nice. They may not appeal to as many people as Choo Man Ice or Chrome Extreme or America or Guerlain Homme, but they're still very solid. The first one is Cerruti Image. You can get this for about $23. This was discontinued and then brought back. So when it was discontinued, people freaked out. The price skyrocketed. This fragrance was going for over $100, easy. Now it's back down into the low 20s. The packaging on it is very cool. Bottle looks nice, has this frosted glass effect at the bottom, and the atomizer is very unique. It maybe doesn't spray out a ton of fragrance, I'll show you, but it's still cool. The fragrance note breakdown is pretty unique. It's got banana leaf, which you don't see very often at all. I think another older fragrance that had that was Quasar, if I'm remembering correctly. It also has pear, fig leaf, cypress, and woody notes in the fragrance. Has a very airy freshness to it, bit of sweetness, kind of a floral feeling to the whole scent. It's a great casual scent, very clean, a little bit soapy, very fresh. And it's a little bit of a classic, kind of like an underground cult classic kind of fragrance. And for $23, really nice pickup. All right, last one is from Franck Olivier. It is Sunrise Vetiver. Now, when I got this, it was on like a Black Friday, if I remember correctly, or Cyber Monday, one of those. And I got it from, I think, Scented Monkey, a website that not many people use anymore. Is it still even a thing? Regardless, you can get this for about 26 bucks nowadays. It has citrus, vetiver, iris, and sandalwood as some of the notes in the fragrance. You can guess probably by the name and the coloration, Sunrise Vetiver, that this is a fresher take on vetiver. This is not one of those dirty, earthy, smoky takes on the note. Citrus off the top, very bright, kind of lemony. The iris in there, not overly pronounced. Very clean, classy, fresh, slightly sweet. Doesn't smell like gray vetiver necessarily, but you would use this pretty much in the same time as you would use that one. Performance could be a little bit better on Sunrise Vetiver, but for the price, it's one of those ones that it doesn't matter too much because you can just spray like crazy if you want to and re-up whenever. So there we go, guys. 10 cheap summertime fragrances that smell expensive. 2022. Try to get a good mix in here of different types of fragrances. Let me know in the comments below what are some cheap fragrances, especially during the summertime, that you like to wear that you think personally smell a little bit pricier than they actually cost. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out of here. Thank you for hanging with me. Thanks for your support. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.